I've lost my job to a workplace injury. I was a cleaner, and if you don't know me, I'm Sam, by the way, and I got injured on the job last year in July, and I was just doing my job, but I did have a very physical labouring job, as a cleaner on a military base. So my shoulders got injured, and I was on work comp for 6 months. I was on light duties, and got MRIs and all that jazz, and found out I had torn labrums and slap tear on the left, bursitis, tendonitis. Anyway, I had a settlement with the workers' comp. They didn't want to continue servicing the claim, and they sort of got out of that by sending me to a dodgy IME in Melbourne, and they got what they wanted. What they wanted was for him to say something that would just get them out of that claim, So I couldn't really fathom the idea of going to the work health court. I just, I don't want to go broke, basically. It's not worth it. So I just, I decided to just settle out of court. They call it mediation where I am. And we settled, but didn't settle for what the claim was worth. But in the end, I had two choices. I had two choices. It was either go further, take them, go to the court. That would mean more money, more risk, or just take whatever they were going to offer. And that's what I did. I suppose I had to play it safe. In a way, I'm kind of relieved that the whole, ordeal is sort of finished. I can now start to move on, but moving on is difficult. Yeah, like, if you guys are going through, a change yourselves, you'd know that it kind of sucks, Right now I'm just dealing with being, at home with no routine, and like if you're going through the same thing, you'll know that, you're probably feeling similar to me some days, like you've lost your routine, you've lost your, you've lost your thing. When I did have my job, I was, doing a lot of walking, heaps of walking, and now I'm just I don't need to walk miles, like I'm actually not cleaning 8 hours a day. So what I'm having to do is, go out every day and at least do 30 minutes walking around the park and all that. I highly recommend doing it if, even if you didn't have a physical job. It's just good for your mentals, you get out of the house, you get out of that environment, and you just get the blood pumping, you just feel better. Another thing I'm trying to do is just, go to the shop sometimes, so you actually see other people and you're like, oh, okay, yeah. So there's people, you're not completely alone. Going to the shops right now, actually. And, just seeing other people, just bumping into, people in the shops. If you go buy something from a grocery store or have a wander around the any of your shops that you like to go, and you say hello to the people who serve you, and you're getting out. You're getting out of your house and you're starting to feel like a normal person again, instead of this like hermit. You know, like I feel really hermity, you know, even though I'm not like, I don't need to be around a lot of people. I'm pretty introvert. I'm friendly, but I don't actually need to be around people all the time. All I need is just a little bit of human connection, and I'm good. But, you know, again, like, it's also a matter of keeping busy and having a goal. I think having some sort of goal. And so, yeah, having a routine that you create yourself is, well, I think it's going to be helpful, because it's just nothing worse than waking up and just going, well, what the heck am I doing? You know, like, and even if you're looking for a job, right? Looking for a job on the internet is a job in itself, but there's only so many hours a day you want to dedicate yourself to doing that, right? Because it just gets a little bit, you know, boring, you know, especially when you're putting out applications for jobs and you're just getting freaking crickets, you know. If you're looking for a job, that's going to keep you busy, but it's not going to be enough, I reckon, to just, well, it wouldn't be enough for me. I mean, I've done the job hunting thing before, and, you know, then I need a break from it. I find that cooking meals and stuff, by the time you do that, you get on your computer or your phone and you start looking for jobs. You're like, day's nearly done, you feel better, have a bit of a walk, whatever. So apart from having a routine and having plans when everything's just stopped in life, you know, there's just, you know, other things that I feel are really important. It's also just, you know, if you find yourself getting into a bad mental sort of mode or state, you know, reach out and speak to your friends, pick up the phone, just talk to someone, you know. I know it's hard. It can be actually hard to do that sometimes, you know. It's not that easy to actually get in the mood to just go, oh, I'll ring this person, you know. Sometimes you can get that low where you just don't want anyone to know how you're feeling. You just kind of be stuck doing that. And that's when it can get pretty bad, you know, because then you're just wallowing in the funk and you're just not getting out of that hole. And I don't want to get in that hole because it's happened to me before many times. It normally happens when I've lost a job, and I don't want to go to that place mentally again because it just sucks, right? It just sucks. Yeah. So, if you ever start to get down and in the dumps, I highly recommend, first thing is just move your body if you can. You know, you might have an injury where you just can't. I can't do anything strenuous with my shoulders. I can walk, so I do that. And when I come back from walk, I feel like a load has come off my shoulders, literally. No pun intended, you know, but I just do. I feel mentally lighter. I feel like, okay, I've achieved something, I've got out, and I actually enjoy going back home, you know. And it's free. It's totally free. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the drive along with me. My name's Sam, by the way, and I talk all things, everything about change, job loss, injuries, living in this day and age. I like talking about all the, you know, like life questions, the big questions of life, just life, you know, that's the vibe. And thanks for watching this far, and I'll see you in the next one, guys.